This palette is speaking to me. Maybe that's even hollering at me. That one for sure. This reminds me of Tassel. Ooh, that's pretty. So, we're doing cool tones. But I don't know, I have a couple ideas. Maybe we want to put a little bit of warmth. I'm actually going to use this. I find that even this, where I do have friction, acts like an actual eyeshadow primer, so I'm not having issues with this. I will say if you have extra oily lids, maybe skip it. But even in just a, you know, classic oily lid could handle it. And I'm applying this with this denser side of our D2. I do want to use this color. This is a Danessa Myricks Color Fix in Quiet Storm. Yes. Let's just go ahead and put that all over our lid space. These are wildly pigmented, so do keep that in mind. Not sure I did. Y'all are learning from my mistakes. That was such a whisper. And I am trying to keep this pretty tight on the lid space, meaning not coming out too far, because I think we'll put a warm transition. That makes cool tones a little less scary. So if you ever want to play around with them, we're going to do what I'm about to do. This is one of my favorite palettes. This is Hung Van Gogh's Wonderful Warm. We'll take that shade and just start to push that into the very top part of the gray. And then we're going to use just a different brush to transition. I'm not going to get too wild with all my colors today. Normally I don't like to palette hop, but it's okay. I'm sure most of us have a nice warm shadow in our palettes already. I feel like warms are the ones that we normally gravitate to, and maybe not a lot of us have all this sass. Let's grab a little bit of this color and just add a little bit more depth right into the socket, and then we're gonna get to our shimmers. Ben's in a meeting. Actually, let's take this and let's do a little graphic situation out this way. Why not? This is actually a really great hooded eye situation because we're creating such a large shape with the shadow that it's out. It can come out of the fold. Sometimes a little tiny wing can't, but something like this definitely can. I'm taking the fluffier brush and that warmer brown, and I'm just going to blur this edge and keep it a little bit more graphic and sharp on the outer parts. I'm getting wild. Let's see what this silver's all about. I'm gonna put that here. I was thinking about putting it all over my lid. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. I feel like it's a little easier. I was gonna get one more color, but now I'm just getting too wild. That's so pretty. So let's start with this shade. This shade excites me. Let's put it in the front. Woo, just sparkly. Oh, I grabbed the wrong shade. Sheila, where are you? Sheila's in my lap. Just gonna layer it up a little bit more. Pretty. And then I'm gonna take the same shade. And that's gonna go over here. And I am just gonna keep this on my lid. I'm not gonna take it into the socket. I can feather over into here a little bit. And then, this color looks wild. It looks like a filter. I'm gonna grab that on the E27. And then I'm gonna put this on my brow bone. Weep, beep. Get out of here. Sometimes this is like a more squishy wet formula, and sometimes, see, they pick up a little weird and you get these little clumpity lumps. But don't be frightened. All you gotta do is grab a spoolie and then just go, not there. Hope that was helpful. Get on my eyebrow. I'm out of my Urban Decay, but I still love this one. But it is a different formula. So I'm gonna go ahead and just darken there, and then I wanna do a really nice and dark waterline. I'm gonna start to tidy. It's one of my favorite parts. I feel like we get so focused on how messy everything looks, but just wait and clean, and then, like right now I can already see, I want to clean that off a little bit more. If I need to grab an E27 again, or even an E26, go back into the gray. I don't know how I keep losing this palette. Go back into this color and just add a little bit more. We can, but just see it through until we start to tidy. I did trim these because they're way too big for my eye. I feel like most lashes are, and that's something I want to remind you. But these are Lily Lashes Moneymaker. Get on there. Get on there. There we go. I still find these so much easier than classic traditional glue. I'm into it. I'm actually going to use the shade Pebble today. This is the shade that I bought. They sent Outdoor Beige and another one. I can't remember. Fresco, I think. But I'm going to use this today. I think Pebble's looking pretty good. Because I don't want to get too bronzy. So I didn't want to go too dark with the foundation and then just wind up in Bronzy Town. Can anybody relate? Has anybody else been to Bronzy Town? And this is what I'm talking about. This is the foundation dried down. It's such a good match, but I would have not thought that was a good match. I wouldn't have. C42. And remember, don't let double wear just try to show you what color it is when you first apply it. You have to let double wear. Even the new formula, just let it completely dry down before you make a decision on your shade. I've worn it 9 hours. I haven't worn it all the way to 12. I normally just give up. I can't wear makeup that long. I don't know why. But it is worn beautifully. The new formula I'm talking about. Well, dagnab, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. Melty, melty. I'm gonna do my Natasha Denona concealer. It's starting to match me better now that I'm getting a little bit more of my spring color back. Nice. Where is my C32? Not here, apparently. Are you in NOFT? I do like this color. This is Ginger Luck. And I'm actually going to apply a little bit, not on top of the bronzer, just right here's the bronzer, and then the blush is going to go there. This is that Lumi Bronze from L'Oreal. This is Copper Bronzette. That's the shade. The other one's a little bit more red. I like how kind of quiet this is in a sense. I'm actually going to grab that too. I like it. Very, very scented. I do just want to remind you of that. Hair washing day. I just like this formula. I feel like it's a very forgiving and easy to blend formula. But I also love that it's luminous without being gray. You know how sometimes when things are luminous, they kind of lend themselves to turning gray because of the pearls? This does not do that. It's just a luminous bronzer, and I like it. I cannot decide after all these years if I actually like this formula. I like this color, and I feel like they're easy to apply, but they're kind of unpredictable in terms of how much you're picking up, and then they take a lot to build. So maybe I like them, but I feel that if you're needing a blush and you have a deeper skin tone, these are really hard to build up and they just lack pigment, but that can also make them easy to control if you're someone that doesn't want to wear just a ton of blush. So there's some pros and cons. That is exactly how I feel about this blush. I finally figured it out after all these years. Now let's set. It's satisfying to watch this set. I'm excited to finish the eye look. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I was feeling a little graphic today. Let's finish underneath here. Whenever I know I'm gonna still work with powder eyeshadow, I get a clear base. I like this one for exactly this. This one is from Essence. This is their Jelly Grip. And remember that brown transition shade? And essentially what happens is it mixes and this becomes like a mixing medium, and then it just immediately grabs the powder and turns it into a liquid, and then we just don't have the chaos. This brown really makes my eyes pop. Let's see if we can build up this burgundy mascara. That's literally the shade, and it's from Mauve Beauty. One of my favorite brands. Now I am gonna take a second to really build this up. Mind you, I'm not even using a mirror, and I'm just looking directly into, I have my camera flipped all the way around right now, and I'm not even using the mirror. I'm a menace. This is how much I do makeup. I'm about to wipe this off and do another look. Let's do a little MAC lip. This is Viva Planet. Here I just put on a nude and then you just instantly feel sassy, that's this one for me. I really like it. And then let's do just a classic. This is MAC World. Let me make sure I grabbed the right one. Yep. And then we'll shade. Seeing as this Givenchy highlighter is already on the Sephora website, it's just not for sale yet, I'm going to wear it because y'all know about it. It is so pretty. I need to do a look with the purple one, but I feel like the purple one needs its own video. All right, my friends, this is our finished look. Thank you for letting me do whatever this is. I had a lot of fun. I like this palette, but I will say I like Stone Cold Fox from them even more. I feel like some of these were just not as intense as I wanted them to be. It's really, really nice. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if you want cool tones, I would just go ahead and get the Stone Cold Fox because that's actually one of my favorite cool tone palettes of all time. I love you with all of my heart. Thank you for watching these longer tutorials. And thank you for just being here. I love you. Bye for now.